Please give Mr. Sudhanshu Pandey a big round of applause. Sudhanshu is
Thank you, guys.
accomplished actor, and the topic is discipline, devotion, and staying grounded. Since I know him well, I can say he's a very devout Shivji Bhakt. So devotion comes to him naturally. He's also married, so devotion comes to him even more naturally. And he's definitely grounded in more ways than one.
That is a tougher devotion.
Yes.
You can surrender to God and He can bless you, but not necessarily with the wife. You can surrender to the wife, but not necessarily get the blessings.
Yeah, that's why, Sudhanshu, I keep saying you have to be God-loving and wife-fearing.
That's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah. But let us start with your fitness journey. Of course, you're in a profession where how you look, how fit you are matters. But what also matters is the mental fitness, the mental toughness. And since the morning, every speaker, even in the panel, we talked about balance, we talked about discipline, we talked about continuity and consistency. Give us a sense of what is the kind of discipline you follow to be able to stay mentally fit and physically fit?
I think I'll begin with talking about myself. I've studied in an army school, okay, and even though I was a very naughty kid.
You weren't, you're still a very naughty kid.
I was a kid then, now I'm a naughty man.
But
No,
I'm a hairless, toothless infant. I've just lost hair, but I'm still. Anil Thakra ne, Anupriya wrote a piece for us. One of the two people we paid to, he charged us to write a column on Piyush. God bless Piyush's soul. He said, 70-year-old child. That's what, you know.
Yeah.
So I am a whatever-year-old child. Infant, but the focus is you.
Yeah. No, fair enough. So I think somewhere, when you've been in and around the army atmosphere, it's sort of somewhere they sow the seed of discipline in you. Subconsciously, that is what you become. So in the longer run, in my life, I've always had this discipline, even if I waver somewhere in between, because it's life. Bombay is a very, very difficult city to live in. Whether you're doing well or not, if you're not doing well, you're always struggling to do well. If you're doing really well, then you're struggling to stay up there. So there's always a challenge in your life, and to be able to fight or keep that challenge going and go along with the flow of life and the circumstances that life throws at you, I think you need to somewhere fundamentally be very disciplined, be at peace with yourself. And there's a lot that goes into it. It's very difficult to put it in words, but I think for me the discipline, like I said, is natural because somewhere the army school taught me that. But I think life, as we live it, it puts you in situations where if you take the best out of those situations, I think you learn so much from it. And I've said this earlier also, I would say it today, and I'll always say it, that जो सबसे बड़ा गुरु है वो ये जीवन है, क्योंकि जीवन ही आपको सिखा सकता है, कोई इंसान आपको नहीं सिखा सकता है. ज्ञान कभी भी किताबों से नहीं आता है, ज्ञान हमेशा अंदर से आता है. और एक मेरे मित्र हैं, एक्टर हैं, उन्होंने एक बड़ी खूबसूरत बात बोली थी कि जब सतयुग था, सतयुग में देव और असुर अलग अलग लोकों में रहते थे, दोनों का लोक अलग था. फिर आया त्रेता युग, सतयुग के बाद त्रेता युग आया. त्रेता में देव और असुर एक ही लोक में आ गए. फिर आया द्वापर युग. द्वापर युग में असुर और देवता एक ही घर में रहने लगे. और फिर आया कलयुग जिसमें हम सब हैं, ऑल ऑफ अस आर लिविंग इन दिस कलयुग. और कलयुग में देव और असुर एक ही इंसान के अंदर रहता है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हम लोग एवरी डे वी आर फाइटिंग विद दैट नेगेटिव इन आवर हेड 24/7 every day, 365 days of the year.
Dilemmas, temptations.
Yeah, so many things, and
Self-control
the
is so
influences
important.
around us, the circumstances, and people around us. There's so much of negativity around. So you have to fight that asur on a daily basis, and the only way to fight that is to have discipline in you. Whether it's the discipline of thoughts, the mind, the body, your exercises, your food, your eating, everything is a part of your discipline. And I would say if you become, or if you start experiencing spirituality in whichever way possible. There are a lot of ways people experience spirituality. There is no particular definition, but I think as long as you get in touch with your own conscience, you start to become spiritual, because that is your spirit inside. And when you get in touch with it, I think it starts to discipline you automatically. And I think the key to everything in the end is discipline.
I know that you are disciplined. It's not something you're staying in. You believe in everything you're saying. But tell me a couple of things, 3 things that discipline has taught you about success.
I think what success has taught me is discipline. Because if you want to sustain success, you have to be disciplined. I mean, obviously you have to be disciplined to be there, to get there,
Sure.
or whatever. But sometimes luck can be very, very kind to you, and you can become successful. But you can't stay successful if you're not disciplined. So I think what success has taught me is discipline. And discipline comes from there, because I know if I can't keep my discipline going, I cannot sustain my success. So that is how I looked at it always.
And again, one of the things is to switch off. We are too busy. How do you switch off and stay calm?
See, everything, Anurag, in life is, there is no, I mean, there are definitions, there are philosophies, there are so many ways you can look at it. But the most important thing is to practice everything that you believe in. If you don't practice it, you cannot master it. So switching off is again something that you need to practice. जैसे हम लोग हिंदी में अभ्यास कहते हैं, वो अभ्यास बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो उसको करते रहना पड़ेगा. You can be in situations where the surroundings, the circumstances, or the people around you may be disturbing you, distracting you, and maybe you are not liking so many things that are happening around you, and you may want to go and slap the people or slap the situation, or kick somebody, do all that. But I think what you need to practice is switching off, disconnecting from whatever, because nothing is permanent. You have to tell yourself that everything is a passing phase. Everything is just, time takes away everything, whether it's pain or anything,
And
So
the
you-
emotion.
and
So
the emotion.
experience the emotion.
So
It's easy
what
to
you're
say.
feeling is not permanent. You have to just learn and practice to control it, and maybe switch off for a bit. And a couple of minutes later, you would wonder, "Arey, why was I feeling like that?"
So I understand what you're saying, but give us one habit or ritual that keeps you grounded. मतलब ऐसा, for example, they say if you walk on grass in the morning, it keeps you balanced and grounded, right? So give us some tips, give us some things that all of us can do.
I think it is very easy for me to do that, because I've learned one thing from a place where I go to in Ujjain. There is a temple about 2,500 years old, which most of the temples are in Ujjain. It's called Vikrant Bhairav, and that temple is inside a shamshan. So every time I go there, there's always कोई ना कोई वहाँ पे चिता जल रही होती है, 2 जल रही होती है, 3 चल रही होती हैं. So when you go to the temple, you look at that, and you see what you become in the end, right?
That grounds you.
That is where I get my ultimate answer from. We came from nothing, we go into nothing. मिट्टी से आता है इंसान और मिट्टी में ही चला जाता है. So that just humbles me and that makes me a complete शून्य. मुझे मालूम है कि शून्य से आए हैं, शून्य में ही जाना है. Whatever is there in between, you have to overcome it. You have to learn to be happy. You have to understand this is life. This is also a passing phase, and we all have to do our कर्म, जिसको हम लोग कर्मा बोलते हैं. कर्म करना है, अच्छा करना है, so that when you go away or when you're going, you should have a smile on your face that you led a good life, you lived a good life.
And you know, Sudhanshu, I lost my mother a year and 6 days back, and you know, I finally realized what mortality is. You know, though you go to other such occasions, but it doesn't hit you like it hits you when your mother goes away. So I know what you are saying. My last question to you is, Mr. Mehta also talked about consistency, the power of compounding, you know. How do you, in all this chaos, and you know, entertainment sector is very dynamic or chaotic, you know. There is pressures of fame, there are pressures of performance, there are pressures of always wanting more, because if your last movie is a hit and it did X, your next movie needs to be better. How do you find that balance that keeps you contented? They say contentment leads to good health. तो contentment है आपकी life में?
I think it comes from the surrender to the Almighty, because you can't be content otherwise. If you keep worrying about what is going to happen, how it is going to happen, अगर इतना हुआ तो उतना होना चाहिए, और अगर मैंने आज एक अवार्ड जीता तो कल 2 और जीतने चाहिए, आज फिल्म फेयर है तो कल नेशनल अवार्ड होना चाहिए, फिर ऑस्कर होना चाहिए. If you start thinking about that and if you are in that race, then you can never be content. And I think the only way to be able to get away from that and still be able to achieve it is when you surrender yourself to the Almighty, which is what I did. Like, I mean, you know that I surrendered to Mahakal almost 2 decades ago. So one thing I am reassured of is that whatever will happen thanks to Him. He will take care of it. I am surrendered to Him. This life is given to me by Him. I have to go back to Him, so He will take care of it. So I'd rather be surrendered and keep doing my work. If He's made me reach a city like Bombay so many years ago and given me so many opportunities, the best I can do is work very hard, give my best, and rest I leave to Him of what I'm going to achieve and what I'm going to receive.
Thank you, Sudhanshu. We can take 1 or 2 questions for Sudhanshu. If anybody has a question, Prachi Shah has a question. Prachi is a Reiki healer. She's an energy. I met her 20 years back for the first time.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Anurag. In fact, Anurag and his team, we go back like 20 years ago when I was in the world of media, and now I'm a healer. So I do astrology and numerology and all of that. So Sudhanshu, I wanted to ask you that, I mean, you've had an incredible, I've been following you since the days of Band of Boys. So that's the band you had, right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and it was so impressive. What is your definition of true strength, you know, which goes beyond your gym or your workouts and the screen?
My ability to give love to everyone.
Beautiful.
Wow, that's so
And it only
beautiful.
comes
Thank you.
if you love yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Thank you for that
so
question.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can take one more question. The gentleman here, I don't know your name, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, my name is Kunal. I'm from Bridgetown. My question to Sudhanshu is, and I want to ask the same question to Mr. Mehta as well. This goes to all my creative friends, like my writers, musicians, drummers, poets, and what have you. I mean, they have this ridiculous...
Business people are also very creative. Entrepreneurs are also creative.
Absolutely. But again, that particular segment, they are I'm being controversial right now, but they are ridiculously ignorant about their health, and they say, oh, I gotta be creative, and to do that, I have to do certain lifestyles and stuff. What is your advice to them?
You
And
understood
I'm
what he's not said, right?
yeah, I'm asking for one of my friend who is just the same, that
We
kind of
get your question.
Tell them to hit the gym, bro. Simple as that.
So
you,
the
you are a
highest-
musician doesn't mean that you can't, you cannot go to the gym or you shouldn't go to the gym. You know, there's a very popular. I'll tell you some very interesting incident.
Sit.
Many years ago, more than 2 decades ago, in fact, this very big legendary singer, I can't name him, but he said that I don't go to the gym because जब आप जिम जाते हैं तो आप बहुत जोर लगा के वजन उठाते हैं तो उससे ये गले की जो वो मसल होती हैं वो टाइट हो जाती हैं. I think it's the silliest thing to believe in because it's got nothing to do with your vocal cords or your ability to be a musician. कि आपकी मसल बन जाएंगी तो आपके हाथ हिलने बंद हो जाएंगे या आपके गले से सुर निकलना बंद हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है. और वैसे भी आपको पता है संगीत की उत्पत्ति कहाँ से हुई है? आपको पता है? आप इतना
What
म्यूजिशियंस
is
के
the
बारे में
genesis of music?
where the music took birth? शिव के डमरू से. That is where it comes from, right? तो शिव से ज़्यादा शक्तिशाली तो कोई है नहीं. और वैसे तो शिव को निराकार माना जाता है, but if you see any of Shiva's pictures, you see how muscular he is, and he's got all those 6 and 8 pack abs, which is our perception of him, obviously. But I think music is got or playing or being a musician or being a singer has got nothing to do with being fit. I think every human being has the right to be fit, right to be in good shape, live a good and healthy life and the longest life possible.
Yeah, and or you can do something that I do. I don't go to the gym, but I want to. But for now, for many years, I hired an EA. She does 1 hour gymming for herself, and I delegate 1 hour to her. So she does 2 hours, and that's not a joke, right, Swamiji?
It's like one friend of mine.
Right.
One friend of mine said something very funny once. He said कि भाई मैं उसको बोला. I said भाई start working out. बोला शुरू कर दिया भाई. मैंने 2 लोग रखे. वो दोनों जाते जिम 2 घंटे के लिए.
But on a serious note, good quality sleep, nutrition, movement, breath work. If you can do that and walking, I've lost 10 kgs. I have a long way to go. Maybe lose another 15 kgs. I think sleep and walking are very important, and nutrition. That's why Right Shift and its products, really. And Mr. Puri sent the products to me when they launched it, and I started buying the salty stuff, not so much biscuits on my own. So I think nutrition is a big, again, the thoughts. But as I said, comparison, social media, jealousy. अगर आप खुश रहेंगे ना जो भी मिले, while you strive for more, I think that creates its own positive energy. Santushti, contentment also leads to creation. If you're contented, you'll be happy, you'll be grounded. That's why if you're emotionally grounded, you're centered, I think you'll do well in every area of your life, whether it's your relationships, whether it's your work, whether it's your colleague. And sleep, trust me, is the most underrated. If one thing Dr. Mehta said, Mr. Mehta said, the only thing I'm not guilty about is oversleeping. I'm the kind of guy who works on Sunday, every day. The only thing I'm not guilty of is spending time with either my parents, now my father, my wife, my children, or sleeping. Everything else, if I do a little more or a little less, I feel like I'm not done right. So oversleep, that's something you're nurturing your body. The more you can rest your body, mind, you'll do well. So thank you, Sudhanshu. My last question to you. Are there other people that you look up to who are healthier than you? And I'm not talking in terms of body shape and physique and the traditional BMI parameters and blood reports. But are there people you look up to and say, they're so happy, healthy, and, they've lived a balanced life, so to say?
Definitely, there are quite a few. In fact, I was with one of them last night at a very close friend's birthday. His name is Mr. Anupam Kher. He's 70-year-old, 2 decades ahead of us. And I was telling him about this video that he had put just a few days ago, where he is doing a back workout, and I could see the definition of every single muscle in his back. So, and Mr. Anil Kapoor, again, another very, very fine example of health and fitness. I've worked with...
We should have called them. I know Anupam you well. I should have requested.
Yeah, so we've, I mean, with Anil Kapoor also I've worked where we did 24 season 2 and we were shooting together all the time. There's so much of action, that we did together. And I think they are one of the best examples of health and
Absolutely,
fitness
both.
at the age that they are.
I've got the good opportunity to know Anupam ji for more than 20 years. When I just started Exchange for Media, I had the Nielsen guys over and I wanted important people to meet them. So Anupam ji said, "Leke aaja, main tere baare mein bolta hu." And since then, my relationship with them have been excellent. So I just say that I did a conversation with Akshay Kumar 7 years back, and he gave a mantra which I'm not able to follow, but I hope to get there. He said, after 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., zip your mouth. Don't eat food after sunset. That's what the Jans do. But if you eat early in the evening and you let your body rest, both through sleep and no food, and that's a tough one for Punjabis, right? I used to eat my dinner at 9:30. I now eat it at 7:30, but I need to get to 5:30. So I'm sure gymming, sleep, good thoughts, devotion, surrender, and loving what you do with contentment create good health. Give Sudhanshu Pandey a big round of applause. I'm sure his best is ahead of him.
Thank you guys. Thank you so
And,
much. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Sudhanshu.
Thank you.
And see
Thank you, Anurag. Thank you so much.